So actress Tichina Arnold, you remember her from Martin or the mom on Everybody Hates Chris. You know her as Pam for sure. She had asked a question that really got a lot of modern women upset. It is a legitimate question, actually. And her question was simple. She said, what can we black women in America do to stop aiding in the emasculation of black men in America? It was a question. And oh boy, just as she asked this question, many of the modern females were upset. Now, underneath that, actually, the young lady that spoke, she was actually one of my subscribers, and she had a great response. At the bottom, I just wanted to check that out. She said, we do well to start praising and encouraging our brothers for all the good they do. Show them that despite how difficult society makes it for them, it said that we, their counterparts, are grateful for them and we got their backs. It said we should make ourselves available to them. It said regardless of whether we know them or not, it said just be there to give an ear to their outcries and their issues with society or with a society that would rather see them dead. It said in prison or laying with men. It said there's no independent woman who can manage properly without a man. They say we need you, black man. And I say that's one of actually my subscribers. She is a Afro-Latina sister, and some of the best women in the world follow me. They really do. Some of the best women in the world, fellas. But a lot of modern women was mad at Tichina about that. But just to answer her question, what can black women do? Well, the best thing that black women can do to help with that, okay, is definitely never side with, the system, racism, white supremacy against the black man for no reason. I don't care what black men are doing that you don't like. When it comes to that group of people and that system, never side against the man. We can go back to having our arguments later, but always be on code in that manner. Another thing that you can do to make sure black men is not emasculated is make sure not to have a child with a man that you're not married to. Every child needs a father in their life. And you need to have a husband. And don't make children unless the man is going to marry you. And that man be there. And that man be a real straight-laced alpha male. Not any kind of beta male or simp, but marry a straight-laced alpha male who's a leader, who has a vision for your family. And raising your children, especially your boys, with a man like that, he will instill those same principles in your son where no one can emasculate your son. And even if you are a single mother and you have a son, get your son around straight-laced alpha males and say, listen, talk to your brother, talk to your cousins who are good men. Talk to anyone you know that's a good man and say, listen, I can't give him the proper male influence. I'm not a man. Can you at least take him underneath your wing to make sure he has the proper influence? And there's nothing wrong with brothers doing that to make sure our young men have the proper influence. You don't have to be somebody's daddy to mentor them, to guide them in the right way. You understand? You could do that. And there's nothing wrong with that. Now, I know some men like, I ain't doing that with her child. Forget that. X, Y, Z. Well, we have a lot of immature men, but we talking about the mature men that understand that these young men are targeted. Our boys are targeted. And they're targeting them every day. They want all our boys in a freaking dress. They want our boys talking about their, transgenders. That's what they want. The only time they're happy with a black boy or man in this country, unless he puts on the dress and a lipstick and a woman's wig. And what happens is when it's going on, you have some, not all, but some black females are encouraging that. Instead of standing against that and say, no, I'm not encouraging that. My girl is going to be feminine, not my boy. Another thing that women could do is don't have all your girlfriend talk in front of your son. Don't be getting undressed in front of your son, especially when your son is older, because some of you want to walk around your house half naked. Some of you, your son shouldn't be looking at you in that manner. You're his mother. Don't let your son watch you putting on makeup. Don't let your son sitting there watching you getting your nails done and your feet done. That's not what boys need to be looking at. Boys need to be doing what boys are supposed to be doing. Not watching his mama put on makeup. If you see him watching you put on makeup, say, "Hey, boy, go watch a Mini Force or something on Netflix. Don't be sitting here watching me. It's just for girls. Don't let your son play with girl Barbie dolls. You catch him doing that, you take that away from him. Say, here's a transformer. Here's a football. Okay? Here's a Killmonger. Here you go. Let me give you a Killmonger toy from Black Panther. That's what you need to be playing with, not Barbie. It's things like that, because when I was growing up, that's what would happen. And you know what? We turned out okay. Most of the fellas I know turned out okay. None of them have no issues and problems. All the fellas I grew up with, I still see them on Facebook. We always raised kind of the same. And all those fellas are straight-laced alpha men. And that's what we need. I know what works. This new age parenting crap don't work. That's what sisters can do. Now, those rebellious sisters out there that don't care and selfish and think about themselves, and what about us? What about this? What about that? The question wasn't about you. The question was about emasculation. What could we do to prevent that as the sisters? That's all the question was. And any female that got a problem with that, brothers, take note of that and just mark them off, because they know earthly good. They know earthly good. If you don't have your boys grow up to be straight-laced alpha men, then you won't have no leaders in your community. If all your boys and men are putting on dresses, your community is dead at that point. It's dead. You don't have no leaders no more. And that's what this system wants. They want Black American men to be not leaders. And Black women want Black men to lead all the time, even online. They say Black men need to lead. Black men need to provide. Black men, well, the only kind of men that lead and provide is straight-laced alpha men. Because that's what real men do. They lead. Real men provide. Real men protect. That's what real men do. So if you want all that, don't emasculate and don't even allow emasculation of your Black boy or even your Black man. It's just that simple. But leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about, our sister Tichina here, just asking a great question. I'll make sure to add this video, to her, and hopefully she see it and she hear my response. But that's what, sisters can do. Of course, the ones that care, we don't care about the rebellious ones. We don't care about the ones that's attacking her, because they were greatly attacking her. Why are you attacking her? She's asking, I see things on her Twitter, and she's really, caring about what's happening with the brothers. And the brothers should always come to a Black woman's defense. They're speaking up for us. Don't leave these Black women out here high and dry to let these, other rebellious, full of the devil females attack them. Don't do that. Come to that sister's defense.